Hey everybody, this is Delusions. I'm doing my second video for my channel. I've been gone for a while. Life's been pretty busy, so just thought I'd do a quick video about the current deck that I'm using for arenas and just for fun. It actually works pretty well. I mean, it's got some bad games like against Archon, but it pulls about 50% win rate. If I wanted to be really serious, I'd probably play Archon myself, but I'm just enjoying having fun with the game. Uh, so this is the deck I've chosen to play. It's tokens, more specifically spirit tokens, but it does use Seed of Sienna tokens as well to its advantage on a couple cards. And get started. The hero that I've chosen to play is Turon. He right now he's at level 3. I'm working on leveling him up to level 4 and then eventually level 5. But his all three of his abilities are really good, especially in the type of token deck I play. I don't really play a spam deck. I play efficient token generators from level 3 all the way to level 5. So when my creatures die, they get a token, and then I'll use those tokens for different things. His first ability is level 3, put one mystical tome into your item zone. This makes it so I don't have to run any mystical tomes myself. And if it gets to late game, this can be a game changer, especially if I draw heralds to where I can spam tokens, and then if I got one of these in, it's usually a win for me. His second skill is level 5. It's give Spirit Echo 1 to creatures you control with level 2 or more. All my token generators, except for one, are level 3 or more. So giving them all Spirit Echo again can really be backbreaking, especially in a stalemate, where I can start attacking their creatures and getting 2 spirits per trade. And then the third ability is increase attack power and absorption of Syrian creatures you control with level 1 or less by 1/1 until end of turn. This is also really good, and probably the ability I honestly do use the most because it's equivalent to Fury of the Forest, which is another card I run in the deck. It's used to break stalemates as well, but I have been known to use it as early as turn 3, if not 4, to clear their creatures, their board of early creatures, to gain an upper hand and to get a better board presence than they do. So for the level 1 slot for creatures, I run Seed Hedgehog. He's a 1/1, and when he dies, he puts a Seed of Sienna into your tag zone after the battle. I've tried the other level 1 that puts a that puts a 1/1 spirit token into play, but I've found that having that 1/1 body early as opposed to the 0/1 is a lot better because you can kill one of their creatures and you still get the seed. Is where it's a 0/1, so it's not going to kill their creature, and then you're going to have to trade your spirit for their level 1 drops. In the 2-drop slot for creatures, I run Gnome Spirit Controller. She's a level 2 1/2 that her first ability is level 2, increase attack power of all the Seed of Siennas you control by 1 until end of turn. Between Seed Hedgehog and Gemstone of Hope, which I'll get to later, which gives you a seed, and then Blessing of Sienna, which is a trap that also gives me a seed. She actually works pretty well. And then her level 4 ability is to put a Seasonal Warden into the attack zone. If I've got nothing in my hand and nothing better to do, it's usually pretty good because it'll give me a 3/3 body for 4. But she also is 1/2, so an early drop that can deal with early, commandos from Aspire or Moon Witches from Archon. She can, sometimes 2 for 1 just by having a 2 health. My level 3 right now, I've been kind of tinkering with it, but for now I'm running Fort Catwoman. She's a level 3 2/2 that has Spirit Echo 1, and she's pretty good. I mean, pretty basic. I mean, any green deck I've seen, even if it's mid-range green, Spirit spam, usually runs her. And then I do run 3 Dryad Shamans. The reason I do this is because I definitely want to hit a 3-drop, and having 7 3-drops is where I really start curving out well with the deck. And she also does have Skill Ward, which does come in handy, especially against like Archon if they're running Alchemists, or against Cade with some of their creatures that can change attack power and HP stats of my creatures. So she's in there, and she's kind of fragile. That's why I only run 3 of her and 4 of the Catwoman. But I mean, she does, and she also does give a Spirit Echo, or she has Spirit Echo. So if she dies, she does give a Spirit Token. In the level 4 slot, I run 3 for Forest Wyverns. The reason I don't run 4 is because I don't want to clog my hand with them. They're more of a late game spell. I mean, yeah, they do have a 2-1 body, but they're in there for the attack part. All Syrian creatures are controlled by 1 because late game I'll usually have a lot of spirits out from my creatures dying. And playing him to get that final push through of damage is good, but like I said, you don't want to see a lot of him late game. And my other level 4 is Lizard Warrior. He's a 3/2 level 4 that also has Spirit Echo, which is the common theme in the deck. And out of all the level 4s, he's probably the better one for a Spirit deck. My level 5 is where I start to curve out pretty well. I mean, it's pretty stacked. I do run 3 Herald of the Forest. I've tinkered with running 4, but right now the metagame is seeing a lot of board wipes between Archon and Volcanic Eruption, Cade running Desire for Wish, and Psyche running Sacred Shock. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a veteran of Magic, so if I refer to a color as white or black, it's because I've been playing it for over 14 years, so I'm a little biased, but I'm still getting used to the names and actually calling out the cards in Carte for what union they are. But she's a level 5 Syrian creature that when it can't be sent in the defense zone, and then when it's sent in the creature zone, it puts 3 Forest Spirits into your attack zone. This pretty much forces your opponent to deal with it because next turn you're going to be coming through for a lot of damage between Forest Wyvern, Turon's level 3rd skill, or Fury of the Forest. So it's pretty much a must answer, or else they're going to be taking a lot of damage, or you're going to be taking out a lot of their board. Also at level 5, I do run 3 Pack Leaders. I'm still kind of up in the air about this guy because Double Agent I've seen Double Agent played a lot, and getting a 7/4, 8/4 stolen for a 2/2 is pretty bad for you. But he is a good follow-up to Herald if you don't happen to have the Forest Wyvern, or if there's a stalemate and you just need a really big body. So that's why I run 3. It might turn out that I might run only 2 later, but right now 3 is seeming to be a pretty good number. And the last level 5 that I have is Subterranean Dryad. It's a level 5 4/3 with Spirit Echo. She's in here just in case, depending on what I'm playing against, if I need a bigger body versus spam, she provides that 4/3 body for level 5, so I can curve out from level 3, level 4, level 5 with my token generators, and then I can start playing my other stuff later on once the board is stabilized in my favor. So that's my creatures. For my spells, I run 6 magic, 4 trap, and 2 items. In the magic slot, I run 3 Blessing of the Forest. It's a level 3 cast that puts 2 Forest Spirits into your attack zone. This is a good game plan if I'm playing against Rush and Catwoman will die to Flame Blast from Archon, or Execute the Prisoner from Aspire. This puts 2 1/1s that they got to deal with instead of a 2/2. So it's in there for that reason. I mean, I've seen a lot of plays where I go, turn 2 Blessing of Sienna, turn 3 play Blessing of Sienna, get the Seed of Sienna from that trap, and then put 2 Forest Spirits, and then I usually got 4, sometimes 5, depending on my luck with Gemstone of Hopes. And then turn 5, turn 4, I can play Fury of the Forest and swing for a lot of damage. So, another level 3 spell I play is Fury of the Forest. I wouldn't say this is the cornerstone of the deck, but I'm always happy to see this card. But it's like Forest Wyvern, I don't want to draw too many of them, just in case I don't have enough spirits if I'm drawing bigger creatures and no spirits. So running 3 is proven to be pretty good for me. I've drawn them when I need them, and if I really need that 4th Fury of the Forest, turn on 3rd ability, will provide that. The only trap that I do play in this deck is Blessing of Sienna. It's level 1. Then you can pay 1 later on to gain 2 additional mana until end of turn, and then put 1 Seed of Sienna into your attack zone. This is good because if I see it on turn one or turn one, depending if I'm mana zone or not, it'll give me that extra mana on turn 2 or 3 to play that Catwoman or Fury or excuse me, um, Blessing of the Forest to get that extra seed and then get a couple tokens or a 2/2 body and hopefully try to curve out and get an earlier board presence than my opponent. And then in the item zone, I'm running 2 Hideout of Lightning. One of the reasons I'm running only 2 is it's a card that you really don't want to see till either A, late game, or B, you don't want to see multiples of, so that's why I'm only running 2. It's a good 2-drop because the only other level 2 that I've got is the gnomes that help my Seed of Sienna, so this is a really good card to play on turn 2 and then just have it out, so when it gets to the late game you can start clearing their board, or for 4, when you don't have a hand you can still put a Forest Spirit into your attack zone and still have a presence. My gem choices are I only run 2 of the main Echo, which is the main shard for Sarian. I run 4 Garden of Queen because even though I don't run any experience in the deck, it gives Shifter to target creature I control, and this is good especially if I play it on turn 2 after I play a Gemstone of Hope, because I can give Shifter to that seed, and then if they play anything big on turn 1 or turn 2, I can send it to the defense zone. Even though it sacrifices my seed, it still buys me time to start getting my board presence out. And then I play 4 Nature's Graveyard. It works really well because it's my answer to items. It gives me that extra turn to try to swarm for a win before they get their items online. And then I run 4 Snowfield of Border. This is really good, especially if you're on the going second, because it gives you that first turn to either get a Seed Hedgehog or a Blessing of Sienna, and then especially if you get Blessing of Sienna, you can have a really good turn 2 with playing that. For my Taros, I'm kind of playing around with them right now. Death is always a good choice because you have so many 1/1s that you have a really good chance of hitting one of your spirits or even one of your Seed of Siennas and hitting a good creature of theirs later on. The reason I run Emperor is because a lot of hero skills are for finishing the game, is where with turn on I can play aggressive, and like on turn 4, on my turn 4, I can use his level 3, spam with all my guys, and then I know I've got this open later on that I can seal their hero skill, especially when they empty their mana pool, and then I can do it and they don't have a chance to respond. And the Empress is just, for me, a common staple in almost every deck I play, just because I like seeing shards. I mean, it gives them to your opponent too, but keeping a shard flow with this deck, because you curve from level 3 to level 5 and you need to keep up the constant pressure. And then Hermit, I think, is almost an auto-inclusion in almost every deck too, just because card draw is really good. So, if you got any questions about my deck, don't be afraid to poke me in-game. My in-game name is Delusions, and hope to bring you some more content down the road, but for now, this is my first honest-to-God video, and hope you guys enjoyed it.